Jeremy Hunt's announcement of the spring budget on March 6th will be a balancing act for the Chancellor of Exchequer. He has the difficult task of trying to support an economy whose activity has been stalling and investment needs are rising, while trying to reverse the trajectory of the public deficit, which widened again in 2023. The last autumn budget made it possible to introduce significant tax cuts, the reduction in the national insurance contribution rates for employees being the most important measure. Nonetheless, the room for maneuver has shrunk since then. The public deficit, according to the ONS preliminary estimate, the public deficit rose to 4.8% of GDP in 2023, an increase of 1 percentage point compared to 2022. The increase in tax receipts and the phasing out of energy-related measures for households and companies have been more than offset by a rise in social spending, as well as wage increases in civil services. The COVID-19 crisis marked a real break in the evolution of public finances in the UK, which the energy and inflation crisis continue to fuel. The public deficit in the UK today is more than double the level it was back in 2019. UK public sector net debt exceeded £3 trillion for the first time in October 2023, which is roughly the equivalent of 110% of national GDP. If we exclude the debt related to the state's participation in the capital of the bank NatWest, that gives a measure that is more comparable to other European countries. In this case, the debt-to-GDP ratio rose to 98% of GDP in 2023, an increase of 2 percentage points compared to 2022. These results should be seen in light of the unfavorable economic situation in the UK. Activity stalled in 2023, rising only 0.1% according to the ONS first estimate. Furthermore, this average figure masks the fact that the evolution of real GDP actually deteriorated over the course of last year, even falling into contraction in the second semester. Real GDP indeed fell 0.1% in the third quarter and 0.3% in the fourth quarter. The significant effects of the tightening of monetary policy on the financial situation for households and companies, high inflation, difficulties in the industrial sectors, and issues related to Brexit are a series of cyclical and structural factors that are affecting the UK economy, the effect of which, for some, will persist in 2024. The spring statement is likely to be the last major budget event before the legislative election, the date of which has not been set yet by Rishi Sunak, but bearing any surprises, it should occur during the second half of 2024. The exact timing remains nonetheless uncertain. With growth lacking traction and the Conservative Party trailing the Labour Party currently in the polls, the temptation for the current government to continue to press the fiscal pedal is likely to be high, which will further put the burden of addressing the state of public finances on the shoulder of the newly elected government. That's it for me. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you another time.